Sup fam? Today I want to talk about the real reason you want to lose weight. The true, authentic, deep, real reason that you feel like you need to lose 20 kilos, that you feel like you need to have a six-pack. The real reason you feel like you need to have a bikini body by summer. And most people will say it's because I want to feel good about myself. I want to finally feel happy in my skin. And the interesting thing is, that's true. Like, you do. Everyone wants to. But the irony of the situation is that in almost every single case, in 90% of cases, you losing weight will not create that for you. In fact, the reason you don't feel comfortable in your skin is not because you don't look a certain way. It's because you see yourself, you view yourself in a particular way that comes from a deeper aspect than physically how you look. More often than not, if you were to lose 20 kilos, you would still find flaws with your body. And I know this for a fact because when I was coming from a certain mindset, a certain way of looking at myself, I actually feel the best I do about myself when I'm sitting at, right now I'm sitting at about 16 to 18% body fat, I guess. I got down to 10% body fat a number of years ago now, four or so years ago. And I feel better about myself right now today than I did when I was 10% body fat. I work in an industry where the vast majority of people that I work with are fit as fuck people. They are fitter than the average person. Physically, they look like gods and goddesses compared to the average Joe. And these people can still have insecurities about their body. And it does not matter how they look, it's how they see themselves. This is key. And you can see this with other people as well. There are people out there who are not socially and culturally attractive per se, but you can tell they are confident in their own skin. And it's not because they look a certain way, it's because it's how they feel about themselves. So the point that I'm getting at here is that how you look, if you feel like losing 20 kilos is going to make you finally feel good about yourself, you're probably wrong. There's probably something else deeper inside of you, some sort of, maybe it's how you grew up, maybe it's sort of peers or parents or siblings or something that happened at school or an accumulation of certain things that have happened over time, especially when you were younger. You were taught that you don't look good how you look. You were taught that you are deemed unattractive the way you are. And losing weight isn't going to change that. In fact, losing weight will just make you more desperate to lose more weight. Because here's the funny thing, going back to the people in the fitness industry who are still insecure about their body. See, when you get a six-pack and you're still not happy, that's where you really get fucked up. That's where eating disorders happen. That's where this body dysmorphia, this issue with body image happens. Because the fitter you get, you realize it's not making you any happier. And that's where you really have to dig deep and find out why are you unhappy with how you are right now. And it's not to do with your particular weight, it's not to do with physically how you look, it's how to do with how you see yourself in the mirror. What did you experience growing up that told you that you're not beautiful, that you're not attractive the way you are? And you got to dig deep and you got to find those experiences and you got to deal with those experiences. You've got to feel them, you've got to work through them, and it's not going to happen overnight. But the irony of the situation is when you start to love yourself the way you are, that's when you start to make healthy decisions for yourself, because you don't do it out of coming from this lack, this desperation to need to be happy by looking a certain way. That's a symptom of a deeper feeling. So when you deal with that deeper feeling and then you start to accept who you are, the way you look, you feel happy about yourself, you start to make healthy choices because you come from a position of abundance. You need to be happy in your own skin before you start to make easily start to make healthier choices for yourself. That's the irony of the situation. So dig deep, look deep, find why you're unhappy about yourself, deal with those emotions, feel them, deal with them, process them, and then when you come from a position of loving yourself as you are, these healthy choices come a lot easier, because you're coming from a position of doing the best for yourself and your body. Think about that one. Let me know how it goes. Peace.